Dexy, I know you're gonna kill this shit.
Yo, people, what you telling me back again for another footy talk? What you telling me, Lewis, bro? It looks like you might be getting rid of some more garbage to Arsenal, bruv. What you telling me?
Aye, they never change, do they, bruv? They never change. Now they're talking about Berta's got a plan and everything. It looks like the same old bullshit from the last couple of years. But it's been a great week. It's been a great week. We've had some transfers coming in. It looks like Arsenal might be helping us with some outgoings as well, which will allow us to hopefully be able to get another right-sided attacker too. Manchester City, they fumbled. They're on their way back to England, which means the Gargantuan Blues are yet again flying the English flag and representing this beautiful nation. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling relatively good. And also, through to the next round, we decided to go the scenic route because it's typical Chelsea, but still managed to make it through. Now, if the big dog's out of our bracket, I'll be very annoyed if we don't make it all the way to the final by this point.
What did you make of the performance
from now? But like,
what did you make of the performance aside from obviously the result? The result was a good one.
The Chelsea game.
Yeah, what did you think of the performance up until the weather break?
See, like I thought, there was never a point where I thought Benfica were better than us, but we just never killed them off,
Right.
which is just like it's so Chelsea and everything. Like first half, Trubin had some really good saves off Cucurella. There was another one that was cleared off the line, and it just felt like as the game went on, we started like getting a lot more complacent in terms of our final third play. And like Reece James gets the free kick, it gets us the lead that we needed, but we just weren't getting that second goal. And it didn't look like we needed to either, because Benfica looked like straight trash. Like they never looked like they were going to score at any point. And then they just get given the most BS pen from the most BS free kick after a 2-hour break, and then boom, we're straight through to extra time. They still managed to, they were still catching us on transition a little bit after that point, but they still never really looked like doing anything. And then the game started to open up a little bit more. You start seeing Cole Palmer getting involved. The substitutes start having their impact, and we just wipe the floor with Benfica once we get to extra time. Bit of a lucky goal for the Nkunku one. Like Trubin has a howler and the ball just falls perfectly to him. And then the next two goals, we just catch him on transition. But even though, like, I won't say it was the best attacking performance from us, still the better team and the right team won.
Easily, bro. Benfica didn't even come to play, if we're being completely honest.
They did nothing. Like I was speaking with Northside about the game like a day or two before we played them, and he was saying like they're not going to do anything. They've got like 2 decent players, and the rest of them aren't going to be able to match up with what Chelsea have. And that's the way the game flowed. Like we could have won that game by a lot more if we were just a little bit more decisive in the final third. I thought Cole Palmer started the game well, and the more the game went on, the worse he got. Like his end product was just getting more and more like just it weren't effective enough. We only started seeing him more when we got to extra time. Like I thought maybe Cucurella was good going forward.
He was your best attacking player. This is what I was saying to Don. He was telling me about Cole Palmer. I was like, listen, bro, Cole Palmer he looked good on the eye, some nice he receives the ball well in that little half space of the inside left channel, but the final ball was not anything to write home about. Do you know what I'm saying?
I thought he started very good, even with the final ball. He was making some good deliveries into the box, but somewhere around like the 35th, 40th minute, slowly started petering, and then it just started getting worse and worse. Like, it was getting bad. Like we were starting to rage at him on the watch along and everything. Then extra time happens. He starts getting a bit more space. He starts looking a little bit better, but didn't think he was great bar 40 minutes into extra time.
Makes sense. Do you know what I mean? Naturally, it was that. Do you know what I'm saying? But who have you got on your side of the draw now? What are the...
So we got Palmeiras. So we're playing Esteval on Saturday morning. And then we play the winner of...
Is that Thiago? No, the Fluminense is Thiago Silva.
Yeah. We play the winner of Fluminense versus Al Hilal in the semis if we beat Palmeiras.
Al Hilal, you'll get Al Hilal, bro. Al Hilal will deal with them. Shout out my manager as well, Inzaghi. They called you a fraud. I told you it was the players, bro. You got 50-year-old fucking Mkhitaryan in midfield and stuff like that, and you expect him to win games, bro. Listen, that man put City in the bin yesterday. Do you know what I mean? So that's going to be a tough game, the Al Hilal game. And if you get to the final, then potentially... yeah, so Al Hilal would be the semi-final, right? Al Hilal, Fluminense. So interesting. Well, yeah, you should get to the final based on the run that you've got. But Al Hilal is going to be a tough game.
Oh, I don't think any game from now is going to be easy. But the big dogs just got kicked out. That's something. There's no reason not to be a little bit gassed about that, because I was expecting City to still go through against Al Hilal, even though I thought they'd give him a good match. They just kept getting done on transition and done in the air. They couldn't handle it. Yeah. Even though the substitutions I thought were decent for them, I thought they just came a little bit too late. Like I said, Cherki and Marmoush should have been on a lot earlier, and they just weren't.
Yeah, they've got an embarrassment of riches, though, innit? Because really and truly, like for me, Marmoush is in City's best 11. There's no way that he shouldn't be starting games like this. But when you have to start Erling, because Erling's on the money he's on, and also he's got the profile he's got, it's like, dude, this is where do you find the balance? And also, I don't know if he started Doku, but
No, he did.
Doku's rubbish, man. And I don't know why he keeps playing Doku. Like, it's weird because you look at Doku and then he doesn't seem like a Pep player, but then at the same time, Pep seems to like him, and I don't understand why. In it, like, I don't know if Pep's having like a midlife crisis and that, bro. Because I don't really understand what's happening with the Doku situation, man. So
I always feel like you hang a lot more on those players that are just this close to greatness if they could pattern their end product. And Doku's like one of them. You know, we always say that with Noni and everything. Noni will be good if he just patterns his end product.
Yeah, bro.
Like,
I genuinely think he's awful. You know. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I think
oh, Noni.
Yeah, I think Noni's awful, bro. I think he's one of the worst footballers I've seen play in the Premier League. Like, that's how bad I think he is. Like, I don't even think it's just the end product, bro. Like, everything that he does, the way he receives the ball, like, he reminds me of Onana, yeah, but an outfield version. Like, everything he does is mad unorthodox, bro. Like, he doesn't receive the ball the right way. He doesn't turn with the ball the right way.
Said he plays like Onana, bro. Do you know how rude that is?
Bro, everything is unorthodox, bro. Like, the way he dribbles, like his body shape, everything is bad. Like, everything is fundamentally wrong. Like, if I was trying to show somebody how not to play football, it would be that, because everything that he does is wrong, bro. Like, the way he dribbles, his body shape, like, that's why I call him Wing Basaka, bro, because he dribbles with the inside of his foot, bro. Like, you're not meant to dribble with that. You're meant to dribble with the outside of your foot or the laces, bro. You're not meant to dribble with the inside of your foot, bro. And even the way he passes the ball, the reason why he can't control the weight of his passes because of his technique at how he strikes the ball, bro. Like, he overhits a lot of stuff. Like, it's weird, bro. Do you know what I mean?
Oh,
like,
yeah, he definitely overhits.
Yeah, like, he can't control how much power he puts in the passes, because the way he strikes the ball is not the right way. Do you know what I'm saying? His first touch isn't right because his body shape's not right. And I said the same thing about Lukaku. The reason why Lukaku, the ball bounces off him, it's one thing having a bad touch, but most of the time, yeah, your touch has everything to do with how you position your body and how relaxed you are when the ball comes to you. Because think about it, like, when you're controlling a ball, you're cushioning the ball. Like, cushions are supposed to take the sting out of it, bro, but you have to be relaxed. Cushions are relaxed. Do you know what I mean? If you kick the ball against a wall, it bounces back because the wall is hard. Do you know what I mean? So your foot can't be hard when you receive the ball. Do you understand what I'm saying? And the way he receives the ball bounces off him because he's not relaxed, because his body shape's not right. The mechanics are not right. Do you know what I'm saying? So if you don't have a good foundation, everything gets built off the foundation. The first touch is your foundation. Your body shape is your foundation. So if you don't have the right body shape, everything else off that becomes a problem. It's the same with Onana. His diving mechanics are wrong. But before his diving mechanics are wrong, his footwork is bad. So he can't even get his body behind the ball to make saves. When you make saves, you have to get your body behind the ball. So even if you don't catch it, the ball bounces off you. He dives for shots that are straight at him because he can't move his feet. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, people are looking at the end product, but you have to look at everything that gets you there. Like, mechanically, he does things wrong. He looks like someone that learned how to play football at like 15 years old. That's what
his form the last 2 months is ridiculous.
Bro, he's been bad though, man. Like that, bro. The LA game was the icing on the cake for me, and the manager as well, because he didn't play him in the next one.
And for a lot of the fans, man.
Bro,
that was straight off the Conference League final, and the Conference League final was the nastiest 1 out of 10 I've seen. Yeah. He's lucky Malo Gusto played, otherwise all the focus would be on him. He's so lucky.
It's bad, man. Do you know what I mean? And it's fundamentals. I can't get past fundamentals. Do you know what I'm saying? I can't get past fundamentals, because when I see fundamentals, I'm like, how did you get to the point where you're actually a full professional, bro, when the stuff that you're not good at is stuff that you're meant to learn at 5-6 years old?
I've had that feeling with players for years. I've said that about Havertz and Bakayoko from back in the day.
Yeah.
Bakayoko couldn't even trap a ball, and then he spent half the game just chasing his touch.
Yeah.
Like, in terms of like Noni, I hear it. These Arsenal links, I don't really give a damn about them, because like, if he goes, that's the money for Kudus. And if you're going to tell me Kudus or Noni Madueke, are we really even going to have a conversation about the two of them?
It's
Just
crazy,
run me
innit?
Kudus. But we
It's
need the
actually
money
crazy.
to get Kudus. And that's what Noni will be.
Mm.
So Arsenal, pay up. ASAP.
Yeah, man. Bro, if
60
Arsenal,
million, run me that.
Arsenal give you that money, I'll be fuming, you know. I'm tired, bro. I feel like you lot are friends behind closed doors and the fans are just beefing, like, for no reason.
No,
Like,
but
because
this is some one-sided friendship.
I know, but the amount of business you guys do is fucking ridiculous, bro. And it's never good business on their part.
Coming to us, though. Why do you keep coming back to us when none of your transfers work? The best transfer that you've made from us is Jorginho.
Yeah.
All your other ones have been garbage. These men will pretend Havertz is a good transfer. Them he hasn't. He's just ruined their project. Sterling, that brother's washed. Kepa's washed. Willian was washed. Jorginho was a good transfer and he was still washed. David Luiz was a decent transfer for them. He's still washed. These are the transfers they make off us. Just washed players. And they're doing it again. Yeah. Well, I mean, this guy's not even washed. He didn't even get to that point.
Which is what I'm trying to say. He didn't even get to the point to be washed, bro. He hasn't got going. Do you know what I'm saying? A man saying we need a backup for Saka. Listen, like, I'll be honest. Yeah, the amount of money he's gonna cost, and he's not a better footballer than Ethan anyway. But the amount of money that he's gonna cost, yeah, it would make no sense to spend that on a backup. Because you paid what, 30 mil for Noni? So you're gonna want at least. You're going to want to at least break even on that. Do you know what I'm saying? So Chelsea are probably going to want at least 40 million. And he's not on massive wages because Chelsea's
wage... going to ask for 50.
Exactly. So Chelsea's wage bill is sensible. So if they can get 50 for a player of that caliber, bro, that's not making no sense, bro. Look at what Cherky went for. Didn't Reinders go for just over 50 million? You can't pay 50 for Noni.
So,
that's crazy work, bro. It's crazy. Do you know what I'm saying? But then again, do you know what I mean? Berta, innit? Shout him out, bro.
No. It's Arteta. Me and Truth's been beefing about this for weeks. All the good transfers are Berta. The bad transfers are Arteta, bro.
But see, but I like that. Who's to blame? This is nice.
We have heard there is the reports as well saying that Arteta is also talking about how much he likes Noni too. So,
well, Noni's tall, innit? Like, give him a compliment. You know what I'm saying? He's over 6 foot, so he'll fit right in there.
Man, whatever it takes, go take him, innit? I don't care. Because we got bigger fish to fry at this point. Like we're going for one more forward. It looks like it'll be Kudus, but we're waiting for the release clause to run out on the 10th of July. And we need to make the funds by then. So if this whole personal terms thing is serious, I want to bid today. This brother's not even playing for us. I don't need him to play for us. Like, we got enough wingers as it is, and we're looking to bring one more in. Noni looks like the player who already, like, it's a matter of time before he leaves. So I ain't rush. Like, I don't mind rushing it. Go now. Because we can have a direct upgrade, and if we get Kudus, then I'm really thinking about Chelsea contending next season. Because I already said
Noni's a smokescreen. Noni was a smoke screen for Noni, bruv, by the looks of it. You know what I'm saying?
I'm saying it's a smoke screen for Eze and
Rodrigo. Brother, did you see Ornstein? Did you see what Ornstein say about Eze? Did you see what Ornstein said? Brother, listen, when I read it, I was crying, blood. Listen, guys, there's nothing going on, yeah, with this thing. Oh, my days. Yeah, look, oh, my days. As soon as I open my Instagram, I'm seeing Arsenal man crying about this MADUEKE link. Let me go find the Ornstein thing, because I don't want to misquote him here because it's so funny. It's such an Arsenal thing. Let's read this. Arsenal put Eze high among options to bolster the attack. No contact with Crystal Palace yet. Unclear if needs exits, but serious candidate and separate to striker and winger. Arsenal would look to pay below the release clause. Bro, he has a release clause of 60 odd million. They're saying that Arsenal are going to try and pay less than that, and they think that Crystal Palace are doing business with them. Are you all right?
They ain't even got kicked out of the Europa League yet. Why would they even want to get rid of him?
Brother, they are not taking less than the release clause. It's Crystal Palace, bro. Like, if you know the release clause, why would you offer less, bro? Like, why would you even do that? Like, that's not how it works. Man said no contact.
Yeah, they're in Europa. Why would they even let him go? Why would they even let him go?
Brother, Liverpool might give them money for Mark Guehi. They don't need to sell, bro, and they definitely don't need to sell below the release clause. Like, why would they do that? That's like saying, "Oh, yeah, you got a release clause, but we're not going to give you that." All right, well, fuck off then, mate.
So I don't know if they think they could add players into that. God knows, but now just remember that they're in Europa. I don't think he goes anywhere. Why would you get rid of multiple of your best players in your first ever European run?
Yeah, I can't see it. I can't see it.
Yeah, neither do I. And then that just means it's the plan Bs, which is Alejandro Garnacho and Noni Madueke. So, hey, I look forward to it because now Gittins is done. I don't care about Garnacho. That name don't even worry me like that anymore. I don't think we'll come back in for him.
But don't you need two left-siders because Mudryk is Mudryk's gone now. So technically you've only got one right-footed extra option.
Pedro we're bringing in as the versatile forward because he's had games on the left-hand side too.
Sure.
So
okay. So yeah,
I think Garnacho's over and done with. Like, we're still going to be linked with him. He's still going to be a name on the list, and I'm going to acknowledge that as well. I'm not going to act like we're not looking at him, but I don't believe it happens anymore, especially seeing as you're still looking at him for 50, 60 mil. But Arsenal, they're looking at him too, and they need someone to play on that left-hand side.
Rashford, listen, man, we got Rashford for you, 40 mil, 45. You know them ones, you don't need to pay 50 mil for Noni. Like 45 million, you can have Marcus Rashford. Do I think Rashford leaves? I do believe he leaves, but the rumors are that Marcus Rashford, they're saying that Marcus Rashford is prioritizing a move abroad because he wants to challenge for titles. I know I read that and I was a bit like, what? But apparently he wants to challenge for titles, guys. So he wants to move abroad. He doesn't want to stay in England. I think he understands that he ain't good enough to play here no more, like not at the top level. I think he understands that. He didn't even do that well at Aston Villa. So I think he understands he needs to go abroad. Yeah, I think he understands he needs to go abroad to revive his brand. Because he's been shocking for the last 2 years, really. So
that'd be the right move for him. That'd be the right move for him. If he finds himself in Germany, I think he might revitalize himself a bit more.
I hear it. I think he does better at Arsenal though than Noni Madueke. I think Rashford at Arsenal. To be fair, Noni Madueke offers way more off the ball than Rashford, innit? Like that's why Chelsea were playing him for a while, because he'll track back, he'll do these things. Rashford is not gonna do that. So I can understand why Arteta would prefer Noni's profile to Rashford's, but Rashford's wages are nasty, bro. They are like 300k plus for a player that limited. It shows you that United we're a long way off where we should be in terms of having the wage bill patterned, because Rashford should have never seen that amount of money, bro.
Has he? How long's he got left though? Year or two?
He'll have a couple of years, man, because I think he got a new contract under Ollie, I believe, or was it? Yeah, was it under Ollie, guys? Ollie's last year he got a new contract or something like that. Or yeah, I think he did. I think he
2028. You got 3 years.
Yeah, bruv.
Back.
Crazy. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, don't really know, man. First Ten Hag season. Yeah, so Ollie would have signed that off then. Fuck me, bro. So yeah, that's dead.
That's nuts. But also one of the few clubs dumb enough to pay that.
But even are they though? I know they don't want to pay. They don't want to pay a fee. They'll take him on loan with an option to buy, but the wages are nasty, man.
Yeah, 300k in this day and age, God knows. I don't know with that one. Hey, go get for Arsenal, just go get Noni Madueke and Garnacho, bro. Fuck it.
Do us both a favor. I can't lie. If they sign Noni and Garnacho, they're helping both of us. You know what I mean? I can't lie. They're helping both of us. I'd be here for it.
Oh, and then Berta cooking streams are going to be generational, bro. All the bullshit that we heard this year. Things are going to be different now. Don't look like it.
Yeah.
You guys are doing the same crap you do every window. You're not getting your main targets and you're just looking at random side missions that aren't going to help you.
Facts.
I said, Kepa, you've done decent to keep the midfield depth, and that's it.
Yep.
What a goal scorer that is.
This Harvey Elliott thing, Liverpool gonna get a decent amount of money for that kid, man. He's a good player. I don't know where he ends up, but Liverpool seem to be managing their finances well. So they could be a real contender to retain the title, and they've never done that in the Premier League era. So that I don't know, man. They're making some very smart moves at the moment.
They ain't
Did you
spent
see?
like that in years.
Yeah, they haven't. Did you see Aston Villa as well? Apparently, they sold their women's team to themselves, or something like
That's
that.
why. That's why they didn't let the Prem close those loopholes.
Yeah.
I saw that we've just given like the blueprint to everyone else in the league to save their piece. Sell your women's team to yourself.
That's what I mean. It's
You man
mental.
are
I don't know.
welcome, bro.
But I don't know why we ain't done that. You know them. I guess we don't have to because Ratcliffe opened another PLC to manage the club out of. So we kind of dodged that by doing that. But yeah, man, like that was super booky. So maybe
something
Villa
you got in the bank for another year.
Yeah.
You just
So maybe
how you want to value
it's
it.
true. It's true. So maybe Villa are going to start spending now. Obviously, it's the 1st of July. We expect to see some movement. I don't believe this Fabian Ruiz stuff. However, it's just refreshing to see my team not getting linked with shit players. Like, not a single player we've been linked with that I thought was an absolute disaster. Do you know what I mean? Like, even yesterday we got linked with Ollie Watkins. Yeah, I don't believe we want Ollie Watkins. Yeah, however, it's one of them things where he's a Premier League proven striker. Yeah, and also look at his age as well. That tells me that my guys want to win now. That's what I'm taking from it. I don't believe we want Ollie Watkins. But if they're saying that he's on a long list, yeah, and we've seen Mitrovic on this list, we got linked with Ivan Toney as well now. We're getting linked with players that are Premier League proven, yeah, that score goals in it, and that's not a bad thing. So that's what I took from it. Because if you're getting linked to the 29-year-old Ollie Watkins, that means that these men just want someone that's going to come in and score goals right now. And I don't have a problem with that. Like, not at all. Because fuck this long-term building, sign a player for what they can be 2-3 years from now, bro. We ain't got that kind of time. I've suffered for too long, Lewis, bro. Do you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. You've been like 15th, 16th. You need someone just going to throw you up the table right now.
Yeah.
I get that.
Do you know what I'm saying? So it's one of them ones
and
where Ollie
someone
Watkins,
else is there to take the workload in a year or two's time, even better.
Yeah, 100%. So being linked to a Watkins, loads of people are saying, I can't believe we're getting linked to a Watkins, but bro, like, we're not gonna sign him, one, but two, it's more what the link represents. It means that they've got a list of strikers, yeah, that are Premier League proven, that are just going to score goals and get us the goals that we need now, innit? I don't want Watkins. I don't believe we're in for Watkins. But the fact that he's on a list that had Mitrovic on it, which might have Ivan Toney on it as well, like, it tells me what these man. Yeah, apparently, bro, a lot of guys are leaving Saudi, bro. I seen that Duran's been linked with Turkey or something like that.
Oh, he already gone. I got the here we go.
What, today?
Yeah, last night he's gone for Fenerbahce. I was about to say, I'm surprised you lot didn't get linked with him.
You see what I'm trying to say, guys? Something ain't quite right in Saudi, because Saint Maximum went, and then he went to Saudi, and then within a year he was in Turkey as well. Like, I don't know what the link is between Saudi and Turkey, but these guys seem to be leaving like after a year or two. So clearly something ain't quite right. And if that's the case, go get me Ivan Toney right now. Okay. Yeah, sure. They got offered a chance to sign him, but just cover his salary, and he said no. Fairs. Okay, fairs. Do you know what I mean? So it's one of them ones
like 300, 400. Fuck that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So yeah, that's what it is. So a lot of these guys are going over to Turkey, man. A lot of them are. So that's going to be mental. That's going to be absolutely mental. So I think Ivan Toney, the fact that we've been linked to them, I think that there's a real chance that these men might leave Saudi and come back, because a lot of people are being linked to the move away after 1 year. So, bro, run that. You know them ones there. Run that. But I'll take Ivan Toney at Manchester United right now. Like no questions asked. Do you know what I'm saying? No questions asked right now, man. So
Me as well. That was my number 2 choice last season over Osimhen.
yeah. So I like the fact that we're getting linked to goal scorers, guys. Like that's all it is. That's what you should take from the Ollie Watkins thing. Don't take from it like, oh my days, we want Watkins, it's meaty, because yes, it's not a needle mover, but it tells me the direction that the club are trying to go into. They want proven goal scorers, in it, and that will propel us up the table very, very quickly. Just getting proven goal scorers.
Facts. Especially with 1 game a week. Already said, if you guys can pattern your first team, you don't even really need too much depth around that.
Nope.
The tempo that you guys are gonna play is going to.
We've already got depth because we got one of the biggest first team squads in the league, bro. Like when everyone's fit, we've got a massive squad. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, with all the loanies coming back as well. Yeah, I hear that.
We have a massive squad, bro. Man United squad's been overinflated as long as I can remember. Probably all the way back to the Ferguson days. We always had 2 players for each position, even then. Do you know what I'm saying? So when you look at our squad now, we could easily sell 7 or 8 players and not replace them. Like, I'm still be all right. Like, I'll be honest, because we already got rid of who left the 3. It was Evans, Lindelof, and Eriksen left, and we don't need to replace these guys for depth because they were excess. We don't need to replace them. Luke Shaw, we could fuck him off and not replace because we got Aiden Heaven. So we don't even really need to replace him
anyway.
Yeah, so we are playing without Luke Shaw anyway. We could just get rid of him. Like, there's loads of players that we could move on, and we don't need to replace them per se. We just need to up the quality that we actually have. Do you see what I'm saying? So I think that we could downsize, increase quality, save a shitload of money, and still be good to go with one game a week, man. We only need 16. We only need 16 players, yeah, not including Aiden and these guys, because technically they're still young, they're still youth. If you include Kobe as homegrown and academy guy, you don't have to include him in the 16 either. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's one of them ones where if you've got your starting 11, you've got your 5 players on the bench, and then you've got your Kobe and your Aiden and your Kones or whatever if he doesn't go on loan, your Colliers if he doesn't go on loan. Bro, there's more than enough, man. Do you know what I mean? We need to trim our squad. I reckon a third of the squad we can get rid of and not replace.
1 game a week, I hear it. You don't need that much rotation. You really don't.
This is the time to downsize the squad. And even Barada, they were saying that Barada has financially, he's put us in a really, really good place with PSR because of all the trimming that he's done. And when we start doing a trimming to that wage bill as well, it's going to make a big difference, because Sancho, Rashford, Anthony are 3 of our higher earners. They're like in our top 5 earners. So we get these guys out. Do you know what I mean? And then you get some money for Garnacho as well, who will be 100% profit. Like, everything's looking, yeah, it's looking really, really healthy, man. Do you know what I'm saying? It's looking really healthy. So
now the only way to perfect that window is if you get Mount and Højlund gone.
100%. Man said, have you seen any players in the Club World Cup? Players that have stood out to me is that Gerson midfielder. I can't remember who he plays for. The Brazilian. I think he plays for Flamengo. He looks good.
Wesley looked good for Flamengo. I think he played right wing back.
Yeah, right wing back. Yeah. Pavlidis looks good. He looks good, Pavlidis. Them two really, because they play in positions that we need players, so they've stood out to me really. But it's a yeah, man. The tournament itself, I think the teams as a whole, have the teams as a whole, the Brazilian teams as a whole have played some really good football, man. Like even What team does Thiago play for? Is it Palmeiras?
Fluminense.
Fluminense, yeah. The goal, the offside goal that they scored yesterday, yeah. Some of the football was fucking unbelievable, bruv. Like, I was watching them man playing head tennis on the pitch. Like, I'm thinking these man taking a piss. Like, some of the football I've seen from these Brazilian teams has been ridiculous, innit? Like, they play some really, really good football, like fan-friendly football, man. And especially after watching the Premier League all season, and it's a breath of fresh air seeing this kind of football. So, yeah, man, I don't, in terms of individuals, like, I'd say them two for sure, Pavlidis and Gerson, and then there was the South African guy that played for Sundowns. He was balling out. I can't remember his name now, the midfielder.
I like how the Club World Cups allowed like a lot of these other clubs to like show the level of their leagues too. That's why I think the best thing of this tournament's been. We knew the Brazil league's good. I don't think a lot of people thought they'd be this competitive against the European teams. Yeah. Even some of the other teams like Sundowns and the way they played against Dortmund, like it's been refreshing to watch it, because the narrative usually is that like Europe just dunks on everybody in club competitions.
Yeah, they're not paying them any respect, you know, like when they're playing against them. There's no respect, and I love it, you know.
Same, like Flamengo have been chatting shit to us all year about how they're gonna beat us, and they backed their chat. You know what? I hated it. Fucking hated it, bro. And they were the better team too. I couldn't find anything. I was like, these fuckers just did exactly what they said they're gonna do. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. But then they got knocked out. So them lot can hold that.
No, facts. Do you know what I'm saying? So no, you know what? The tournament has actually grown. Like, it has actually grown. I can't lie. It's one of them ones. At the beginning, I was like, yeah, I wasn't really feeling it, but as it's gone on, yeah, man, it's really picked
that
up.
was always the way it was gonna happen. The way it was gonna go. Though. Like, first week or two, the fixtures are gonna look a bit meaty. It's just gonna look like a waste of time for the tournament. When you get near to knockout rounds and there's actually things to play for, there's actually people getting eliminated, suddenly it feels like a proper tournament again. It feels like a genuine like World Cup and all that. And it's just going to get even more tense over the next few weeks. Like, I already know Palmeiras is going to be a difficult game. Fluminense, Al Hilal going to be a difficult game. And then we're probably getting PSG in the final. Which I'm going to be so real. I just want to see how we match up against them.
Yeah, 100%. It's a good litmus test before the season starts. It will really tell you where you are in it. Like, it really will.
If Maresca plays Gusto against Varela, we will fight. We will fight. It has to be Reece James. Gusto, he 2 or 3 games from me just saying get out of my club. He's really getting like that. I like him, but you looking like a road runner. And that I'm starting to get why you worked on the porch.
No, facts. So, did you see the game or the highlights from the game yesterday anyway, the City game? What are you making of City though? In general, because it's a mad one, bro. I'll be honest, yeah. Like,
Pep looking like Postecoglou, bro.
But this is what I'm saying, bro. Like, I was having the conversation with Daps yesterday, and it was one of them things where we were even saying, like, he was saying a lot of last season was on Pep and how he managed the squad. So obviously this season it would have been interesting to. It would have been very, very interesting to see how he manages this Man City squad. Man City have spent a lot of money in a short period of time, bolstering that squad, and for them to lose that game, it's not a good look, bruv. I can't even lie.
No, it was just the way, and also so many teams, like whether they beat City, whether they get battered by City, they are always getting opportunities in transition against them, and it's genuinely just like the level of their forwards and if they can make the most out of those opportunities.
Right.
And Al Hilal were able to do that. City were very good going forward. They were even better when Cherki comes on. And Cherki's going to be a problem. That brother's passing to pick out low blocks already looks frightening.
Yeah, he's nuts. Hey, bro, he's unbelievable, you know. Like, he's an unbelievable
City
footballer.
Defensively, they're looking good. Ruben Diaz in the air is frightening and not in a good way. The whole team aerially are not good. And you can catch them out at the far post. Transition plays, they commit way too many players forward. So Al Hilal just kept dropping back, kept staying compact, and as soon as they got the ball, boom.
It's the
2-3
Inzaghi way
passes,
though.
and through
But
on
look,
goal.
bro, what phase is Inzaghi in, bro? He just got there, mate.
Hey, apparently he's meant to be washed. Apparently he's meant to be finished. I was
He
actually
just
keeping
got
an eye
there.
on that as well because, like, the whole narrative that I've heard that Inzaghi bottles it against the big teams. I was waiting to see how he fumbled this one. He didn't. He didn't. The
Bro,
tactics
the fact that he just got
set up
there,
just worked.
the fact he just got there and tactically he's got them playing the way that they're playing, yeah, it's testament to him as a coach. I still think he's one of the best coaches in the world, bruv. A lot of people were quick to slander him, you know what I mean, after the final because they got absolutely ripped. But bro, that PSG can do that to anyone, bro.
Yep. So, bro, like, and then like for Pep and everything, his subs were late as hell. And then some of them he just ended up like cancelling them out. Rodri came on and then came back off after like 30 or something minutes.
Mm.
And then the other subs, like Marmoush and Cherki, I thought they were actually the right ones, but they were way too late. It was only because Haaland got injured. He pulled up with a knock. That's the only reason why the other subs were made.
Nah, facts, bro. Do you know what I'm
Everything
saying?
was just too late from Pep. Everything was way too late. And the tactics were just set out for them to just die. Because a defense like that, you have to try and find a way to protect them. And he weren't. So they just kept getting done on the break. They kept getting done in the air. And regardless of like the strength of their attack, because it kept getting them out of jail, there's only so much they can do.
Yep. No, facts. Do you know what I mean? Shout out Woody in the chat as well, bro. Man was all about Rants, but Erling scored, bro. That guy's a scrub. You know them ones there. He scored a tap in and he missed the open goal, blood. Do you know what I mean? But you don't want to talk about that. He sucks, bro. I'm telling you. If my guy Mamouche started, yeah, City probably would have won the game, innit? It's just one of those things, bro.
He even came on earlier, maybe.
This is what it is.
That was way too late. I think he came on at extra time or just before extra time. Yeah, it was in the 90th minute. Yeah, it was just before the start of extra time.
Yeah, no, it's dead, bro. Do you know what I mean? It's just like, the thing is, I think, yeah, if City don't win the league, it's because Pep don't use that squad properly. Because I'll be real, yeah, that squad is crazy. When you actually look at the squad, it's mental. There's a little bit of everything in that squad. And I just think that whatever, I feel like Pep was getting in his own way last season. And he can't afford to do that this season. Like the pass from Cherki for the, was it Foden?
Yeah, the Foden goal.
Some joke thing, bro.
And then he did it again to Marmoush like about 2 or 3 minutes after.
Bro, he's a real, this is what I call a real creative player. Do you know what I mean? He's playing passes that Don's telling me that Enzo plays. You know them ones. Like this is what a real creator looks like to me, when you can just get your head up and pick out these kind of passes, bro. Like he's a real.
He was doing more in those games, like not just the long passes or like the looped ones over the top. I'm talking like the short little 5-yard passes to just break through a little defensive line. I saw him even picking those ones out. I'm just focusing on him in extra time. I'm thinking, fucking hell, this guy's ridiculous. Already I'm frightened.
Yep.
And he's only just come off the bench for about 10-15 minutes.
Agreed.
That brother's ridiculous, man. But they got to figure out what they're doing in their wings as well, because like they keep playing Savio on the right, so they can play Doku on the left, and Doku just ain't got the end product for that. I think it wastes both of them.
But I don't understand the Pep and Doku relationship, because I don't know if he's adopted Doku because him and Grealish ain't getting, or not. If he actually rates Doku, because everything about Doku does not scream Pep Guardiola player. Like it doesn't.
I think the dribbling, maybe the dribbling's so good it's something that he's just like leaning on, but the end product again isn't there.
Yeah.
He's great 1v1 though. Like I understand the qualities that he has, but ultimately I would not be moving Savio to the right for him. I'd be trying to get the best out of Savio because Savio cooks on the left.
Facts.
And I don't get it. I wouldn't sacrifice that for Doku because I think you're killing both of them off.
I agree. That's what it is. So I don't know. It's a weird one, man. But it's up to Pep, bro. He gets paid the big bucks, yeah, to he gets paid the big bucks in order to pick the right team and ultimately get them over the line. And even though, all right, cool, in my head before this tournament started, it wasn't a major, but to me, that it's poor, man. Like Pep should be doing better than that. If we're being real, like especially with the players he's got at his disposal, he shouldn't be losing to Al Hilal.
He should have been making changes that late.
Yeah.
That was it. Like, he didn't make any attacking changes until 90 minutes. I think about it, these men were 2-1 down, right? And then they brought on Gundogan, Nunes, and Vardiol at 2-1. Then only brought on attacking subs when Haaland got injured. That's on them. You bring on Marmoush and Cherki before 90 minutes, they probably see it out. They probably come back and win.
Facts.
But hey, I ain't complaining.
I hear it, and yeah,
the only one I was frightened of in our bracket. I was thinking semi-finals and then pray to God.
Yeah, and yeah, I agree about this with the Pep Guardiola situation. But you know what it is? Pep Guardiola's got credit in the bank, innit? So he's not gonna get cooked as much as he should have got cooked. But the way he capitulated, I was calling it out anyway, and I was saying like Pep's never struggled so much in his career. So because of that, he's not been in a position, comparable. Like it's almost like he was almost like a deer in the headlights. Like City were failing, and it's almost like he didn't know how to reverse what was going on. He just thought, you know what, I'll just keep doing what I'm doing and things will get better, and it didn't. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like he wasn't learning from the selection mistakes. He wasn't learning from the lack of proactivity with the substitutions. He wasn't learning from anything, bro. Like it was a complete disaster, and he can't afford to have another season like that.
Yeah, he definitely can't, because now everyone will start looking at him once it gets to 2 years.
This is what
You're
I'm
gonna
saying.
learn how ruthless the managerial job is. He's the only one that's never really had that sort of pressure because he's Pep. I ain't gonna say stuff like that about Pep. But when the trophies start to dry up, you start getting brought back down to earth, mate.
Yeah.
And you've gone trophyless this year.
That's it.
So
Man said, I have the feeling that the team's doing well, but we go home and now time to rest, refresh our mind, and come back in August. So we'll see. We'll see. If the team was doing well, they would have won yesterday. You know what I mean? So he's definitely got the squad. He's got the players. So if he doesn't deliver the Premier League this season, bro, we have to have conversations. I'll be honest, because not winning the league 2 years in a row for Pep has that ever happened to him anywhere?
No,
I don't believe
never.
so. Yeah.
Never.
So that might be the football gods telling him that, bro, like you're not that special
I think he's
anymore.
gone 4 seasons without winning the league.
You see that?
There was the one when Mourinho beat him with 100 points. Then there was Conte's first season. Then the 2 Liverpool title wins. Yeah, it's only been four seasons where he ain't won the league.
Man said win Stuart out, Gittins and Delap FC, bro. Like man said, Chelsea will make final. If we don't, then problems. What are you making of? Obviously, you got Gittins and João Pedro. What are you making of this João Pedro signing anyway? Like, what are your expectations for him for the season?
I don't mind, but it relies heavily on Gittins and how his output looks. Because first thing, like the people bring up 5 non-penalty goals and all of that. I'm not looking at João Pedro and I'm thinking 25 goals a season striker. I'm looking at him and I'm thinking he's the facilitator for the likes of Delap and Gittins because of how good he is progressively. Through the carries, through the passing, through the dribbling. He's very good creatively. And he also gives us a little bit of aerial threat too. But that's what's good. But that's why the bigger part for me is how Gittins looks. Because he's going to be the one linking up with him on the left-hand side. That's going to be what the combination is. That will also like trying to feed in Liam Delap as well. So if Gittins' end product ain't levels, then I don't know how it's really going to work out. But if his end product is good, there's something there. There really is. But I think he'd be a good facilitator for some of the more direct forwards in our team. And yeah, I don't mind it. 55 million it might be a bit much. Don't get it twisted, but I don't mind the profile of player. I think it's a decent move for us still.
So you think that was a profile that you needed?
Yeah, because we were looking for a versatile forward option because we're trying to bin off both João Felix and Nkunku on a permanent thing. So, like, yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine with it. I would have preferred this over spending 84 mil on Ekitike for that role because at least Pedro's played in the Prem. At least he's played in the wings. Ekitike ain't done either of those, and he's meant to be 84 million, and both of them aren't really proven talents. I'd rather just go for the one that I know and the one that's a little bit cheaper in João Pedro. And like his progressive numbers are insane. So like I get it because I'm not looking for him to be the goal scorer. I'm looking for him to be the creator, and he's a great creator. He's someone that can work behind the striker. He'll enable us to play two up top potentially. Maybe play the 4-2-2 that we've tried in the Club World Cup before. You have Gittins on the left side. You have Palmer on the right hand side. Then Palmer can roam further to the right wing as well. So yeah, there's multiple ways we could try and find a way to make it work. You even have him on the bench as an option if Palmer's having a game like he did against Benfica. You take him off, you bring João Pedro on. That's great. That's a great option for us off the bench.
Facts.
So yeah, I'm fine with it. I think it's a good move, but it also relies heavily on Gittins. So I need to see how Gittins does because like Gittins, great wide dribbler, direct winger. There's been questions about his IQ, questions about his end product. So I want to see what that's like at Chelsea. We won't know that till August because he's cup tied. Pedro will be able to play for us in the next game. Gittins, he can't play for Chelsea.
No, understood, man. Understood, man. So this session last 70 game, 30 goals, 10 assists. That's not bad. You know what it is? I tend to not. I try to not look at those things, innit? Nah, I think we just need to look at player profiles and where and how they're going to be used in it, and that's how I'll determine whether it's a good signing or not. This is the thing. The one thing I've seen from Maresca is he's been able to take players with certain strengths and play them away from their strengths and get less out of them. So I'm not really fussed about his stats. It's how does Maresca play him to get the best out of him, because I don't believe he's getting the best out of Cole Palmer. I don't. When I look at other players as well that have potentially done well for Chelsea before he's come in, like the likes of Gusto and stuff like that, I just don't believe players just fall off a cliff in it. I don't, innit? Like you don't have a season like Gusto had and then just fall off a cliff, bro. Like there's clearly a player there, and there's a reason why we're not seeing that player. So when I look at that, it's not, is he a good player? Is he gonna get? It's how's the manager gonna use him, bro? Like, does Pedro does he get used ultimately as a left-sided player? Or does he get used as in the 10 instead of Cole? Like, how does he get used as a false 9? Like,
I think if he'd be probably used as more of the left 10, if anything. If we're playing like the same 3-2-4-1 that we usually do when we're building up. If we're doing like a 4-2-2 or we're playing with 2 up top, I expect him to play behind the striker. And those are only 2s I'm thinking of so far, because Gittins will be our wide left winger.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd expect him to be combining with João Pedro on the left-hand side. But in terms of Gusto, like, I hear how him inverting would have probably killed his confidence because he can't really do that role. But also, the fundamentals, I just can't excuse it. You know how you'll mention the fundamentals with Noni Madueke, and I hear it. With Gusto, it's the same thing. You can't trap a ball. You can't pass 5 yards. I can't negate that and just say that's down to the system. You are a consistent problem at the back post, to a point where we constantly get targeted there when you're playing. That's not on the system.
But do you not think that's down to confidence and the confidence? Your confidence can be affected when you're being asked to do a job that you're not comfortable doing, because you start second guessing yourself. Do you know what I'm saying?
No, I hear it. That's why I'm not arguing like the point that you're making as well, because like him inverting could be the trigger point for that too, because he can't do it. But ultimately, at the top level, I also don't think you can excuse such a lack of fundamentals like that. You got to be able to just do the basics. If you can't trap the ball, you can't pass 5 yards. If you're making lazy, dumb decisions when you're on the ball and you're being lazy coming back as well, if you're constantly like falling asleep or not even wanting to engage in duels at the back post, That's also you. So, like, I think it's both things, in it. Like, I can hear the system ain't helping him, but he also got to help himself in certain situations, in isolated situations too.
Fairs. No, I mean, no, it makes a lot
But
of
that's
sense.
also why, like, if we get the right bid for Gusto, he can go. He can go.
I hear it.
I think it's best for everybody. We got Josh Achimpong, who I can't lie fits the system better than him already. He just needs to get a bit more physical, and then it's a write-off. It's an absolute write-off. Because he can play as the right centre back, he can play as the inverted midfielder, and he's still good enough in that role. So if we get the right bid, he can go. I don't mind. It's best for both parties.
Yeah, I hear it. Man said, why not keep same logic with Gittins, bro? Because every time I watch Gittins, even when I was watching him when he was playing, in his favored position, the guy is still a shin dribbler, blood. So, like, it's got nothing to do with anything, bro. The same way I saw Garnacho as soon as he broke through at Man United, and I was like, yeah, this guy ain't it. I got the same feeling about watching this guy play, bro. It's one of them ones where people like him because he's quick and he's a direct winger, but I'm not a fan. Do you know what I'm saying? It just is what it is, bro. Like there's certain things about footballers when I see it, I just know that this ain't for me, innit? And he's one of those players. You know what I mean? That's not to say that he might not have a decent time, at Chelsea, but at the same time, like you lot signed Noni Madueke, mate. Do you know what I mean? And he was meant to be something. And look at the state of him. So it's just one of them things. We've seen exactly that the way that Chelsea sign players, it's not a given, bro. Look at Mudryk. Look at the state of him. Like your track record with signing wingers is it's an abomination. It's an abomination if we're being 100% honest, bro. Like you've had way more misses than hits. So
I can't argue it.
he might just be he might be a right-footed Noni Madueke, bro. Yeah, he might be a right-footed Noni Madueke.
Oh no, the profile's already near enough similar.
Like, that's what I see.
A direct winger with decent strength on him and good PMP. Right, it's basically that. I just have to hope the end product's a bit better.
Yeah. So
that's it. Like, I've already said, like, if it wasn't Rodrigo or like a Leao, I wouldn't really be too gassed about it. I just have to hope they do well, because that's the way you gotta act with most of the young players, because they're not really proven enough to either write them off or to say that they're going to be a guarantee.
But that's why I'd rather go get a player like Lookman. Yeah, he might be a bit older, but at least you know that he's a goal scorer, and you also know that his technical security is there, and he has played in the Premier League before as well. Like, I think if you're gonna go for that tier of player, why not go for the higher tier rather than the lower to mid tier? But obviously, it's the cheap wages, I guess, and the long contracts. Do you know what I'm saying?
Resale value.
Yeah, 100%.
That's the way we want to win. I've always said I'll never say that our owners don't want to win, but our owners only want to win with resellable assets. Players that they can potentially sell for a decent amount of money that they can recoup later on in the time. So we just gotta hope Gittins is good enough to be the difference maker between us contending for a title or not.
Exactly. But if you were a betting man, do you think that Gittins takes you closer to a title?
I don't know.
Closer than Sancho.
On one hand, we've needed directness off the left-hand side. On the other hand, Gittins just ain't proven. So I can't put money on that. But I understand getting the profile, but you just haven't got anyone proven. That's why I keep saying with a lot of these signings, it's hard to like get gassed. Like if it's a Moises Caicedo type transfer or something like that. Because we're not doing that. We're trying to get the signing before they get to that level. So I don't know. Genuinely don't know. That's why I always say the best thing you do is just don't gas them to high heaven like we've just bought the next Vinicius. We don't know that.
That's it. 100%. You just got to wait and see, innit? My thing is, it's like Chelsea. If you're looking at Chelsea's objectives purely as getting closer to the title than last season, like for me right now, these signings ain't enough. Like that ain't done it. Do you know what I'm saying? No. It hasn't done it, bro. Like not for me, bro. I think that
I've been saying it's the same window we'd have if we were 6th or 7th.
Bro, same facts. Window. Because bro, like I was more worried. You see, when you done the Felix, Neto, Sancho, that sounded like a window of intent to push on. This window don't feel like that.
Yeah, I hear it. I hear it. That's why I'm hoping Kudus comes in, because that'll be a game-changing move for us on the right. And Mignon. If we could get them two in and we just like grow some sense and decide to bring in both of them in, then I'm thinking, okay,
Yeah,
cool.
if you bring in the
Now I
goalkeeper
actually
and you
think we
bring
can
in
hit my
Kudus as
expectations.
well, then all of a sudden, yeah, this window looks a bit more. It looks a bit more like something could happen, because I like João Pedro's profile as a player. You don't know, but I don't think this guy he's not the game changer. He's not the guy that comes in and takes you from 4th in the league to 2nd or 1st. He's not the guy that does that. Do you know what I'm
And
saying?
if they're not going to do that in the front line with anybody proven, do it at the back. Go and get Mike Mignon, one of the best goalkeepers in the world. I don't care that Sanchez saved me 9 points at the end of the season. He cost me about 39.
Right.
Go and get me a game changer at the back. Because if I get Mike Mignon, I'm immediately going to start talking about the title. Because I've just saved myself about 20 points just off that. Because he can play out the back. He's a good shot stopper and he brings me leadership into the team as well. The defense is going to be marshaled even better. And like, our defense has already been improving. Like, all of our centre-backs have improved this year. It's not the case of they're all bums like they were 6 or 7 months ago. Now, like, all of them have shown progress. Colwell has, Tosin has, Chalobah has. You had a goalkeeper that can marshal them a bit better and gives them less to worry about, and also allows us to play out the back without giving the ball away for fun. That's a game changer. But we don't want to pay the 8 million more. So,
yeah,
I know we are looking for another goalkeeper, so I have to see who we bring in. But
yeah, I'm saying Spurs are looking at Kudus and Eze. If Spurs sign Kudus and Eze, that's serious intent. Do you know what I mean? So we'll just see, innit? Like, because they've got Champions League football, and those are the kind of signings that you make when you've cemented Champions League football and you're trying to make a statement, especially after where they finished last season. Like that, those two signings to me are more statement signings than the signings that Chelsea have made, in my opinion. So yeah, like you said, that window that Chelsea are having at the moment, that's a window you could have had even if you did miss out on Europe. Because João Pedro's coming from Brighton, he's not going to say I need Champions League football. And Gittins was at a Champions League club and not playing. So do you know what I mean? He can't turn around and say, "Oh, well, I need Champions League football." It's like, bro, you need minutes. Do you get what I'm saying? So, like, neither of those signings are they're not statement signings. So,
but Mignon would have, and that would be one that would only be open to us because we got Champions League. That's the sort of signing that I would be wanting based off getting top 4.
100%. I agree.
And us not getting that is annoyed me so much. And it's just like an extra punch in the face that we're not even using Petrovic.
Yeah.
Because like they're taking the piss out of the fan base if Sanchez is our number 1 next season. They're making a mockery out of all of us.
No, it goes without
I don't care what he does, even in this World Cup. I don't give a damn. I don't care. He can't be my starting goalkeeper on match day 1. He can't. Right. I refuse to tap into it. I need to see months of good form from him before I forget everything I've seen before, because he's a fucking bozo.
I hear it. I'm saying, you look, let's get these lights up, people. You already know what time it is. And let me know who's live for a redirect. We're doing the show with Lee Gunner on Lee Gunner's channel at 5 o'clock today, and then I'm back here at 6 with Flawless, and then we do have I think Madrid Juventus at 7, like 7:45 or something like that.
Yeah, that's an 8 kickoff, isn't it?
Yeah, 8 o'clock kickoff, man. Am I confident we'll make signings in midfield? Yes, United will make signings in midfield. I do think they will, man. It's just we have to be patient. And I'm willing to be patient, bro, because the noises that I'm hearing coming out of the club in terms of the kind of players we're targeting are not players that are going to need a lot of time to settle. Do you know what I mean? We're not getting linked with a lot of project players and this high ceiling shit. We're getting linked with players that are going to come in and raise the ceiling immediately. And if that's the case, bro, I'll wait a little longer for that. Do you know what I mean? I'll wait a little longer for that. So yeah, like I think we will get a midfielder. I think we need more than one. But listen, if we go out there, obviously we'll wrap up the Mbumo deal. If we go out there, get a striker as well, get a midfielder, and I'd love a goalkeeper too. If we can do that, I'm happy. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm happy with the window. So we'll see. What you got coming up as well for the rest of the day, my bro?
I'm live at 4. Gonna run a little transfer stream, talking
Sweet.
only to Arsenal and all the other links we've got the last few days.
Perfect.
So yeah, we got that running up, and then probably back live the day after as well. Want to try and get Capital Complex running. But yeah, big up to the community. Big up.
That's it, you lot, man. Let's get these lights up, man. The ratios, mods, you need to stay on top of that, bro. Over 1,600 here. We ain't even got 500 likes, which is diabolical. So we need to get the likes ratio up. That helps push the algorithm and push the show to new audiences. So make sure you keep hitting the like button, supporting the channel. Drop a Rants raid in Monts' chat, and I'll see you guys